And good evening and welcome back to Buzz Bowling Arena for another night of 6A Central basketball between your Lady Wampus Cats and the rival Cabot Lady Panthers. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside analyst Tim Roach. And Tim, the Lady Cats come into tonight's game off of something that they've only experienced one other time since conference play started, and that's coming into a game off of a loss as they fell Friday on the road at North Little Rock.
I watched the game at North Little Rock, and I could tell that you could tell the frustration level at that ball game because you could see where it was headed in the very late stages. I think this team plays pretty well when they're angry. They began to kind of get some things working late in the game, and it just didn't come out right for us. But this team playing with some angst, we're playing with some anger, with a lot to play for because we don't know what's going to happen. We have to win as many games as we can win by as many points as we can win, at least 10. And so if that's the target, you would expect that to happen tonight.
Yeah, North Little Rock getting a win over your Lady Cats kind of threw a wrench into the potential path to the 2 seed for your Lady Cats. And, of course, Conway behind a game because they missed a game earlier against Mount St. Mary's. We'll talk about that more as we go through because there's quite a bit to talk about in terms of seeding and trying to get these makeup games in. We'll dive into all of that. But first, Tim, Lady Cats playing host to a big rival tonight. Anytime. Even though Cabot, this is definitely a down year for these Lady Panthers. After losing 6 straight games, though, this Cabot squad coming in off of 2 straight wins, some little confidence, and they've moved into that 4 seed.
Yeah, when I went down to watch this game when we played them early in the season at Cabot, and the story was there that Conway, actually had a really good preseason setup, won a lot of ball games by large numbers. Cabot was struggling, and so we came in, we struggled. We could not get our offense working. They were very scrappy. Cabot plays this really weird defense where they are so scrappy and they cause a lot of confusion. That's kind of their thing. And it was a 6-point game at half. And we actually had a parent come over from Cabot, visit with us, and said, we're terrible right now. And you guys are awesome. What's going on? And so it was just a very frustrating night. We ended up winning by about 20. So we kind of pulled away late as we were going into the evening. But it was a very difficult task. I think what you'll see, a couple of things with the angst and the kind of the anger from losing against North Little Rock the last ball game we had, and the fact that we struggled so much against Cabot there. Coach Hutchcraft does a fantastic job of getting her team fired up for the nemesis and the thing. And to your point, Cabot is Cabot. This is a rivalry game. It doesn't matter how talented they are. They did lose their big scorer from last year. Her last name escapes me, but Shy was her name. She put up 33 against us in the last game we played, so they lost a little bit. I think their best player is one of their younger players, and she's a freshman. She's kind of like Conway. She's coming up from the junior high.
Yeah, you talk about the rivalry. It was a year ago. Cabot came here. The Lady Cats were in the midst of they had lost Jaden Thomas. I think they also, going into that game, maybe it was that game exactly that Savannah Scott got hurt somewhere in that area.
It was Bryant, but yeah.
And so Cabot was able to come in here and pull off an upset, and it made things difficult for your Lady Cats as we went down the stretch heading to the state tournament. Now, they turned it around, got the I think they finished as the 2, or was it the 3 last year?
2, I think.
Either way, they got where they needed to go, and it a big game tonight for your Lady Cats, and we'll continue to talk more about potential playoff seeding, and we still don't know if we're going to have this conference tournament or not.
They are working so hard to not have that tournament now. Back before, they said that's inevitable, we're going to do it. Now they want to get all the games in. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
We are going to pause now for the playing of our national anthem. It's another Tuesday home conference game for your Lady Cats, getting set to take on the Cabot Lady Panthers. Time now for our starting lineups. Starting with Cabot. Senior guard, number 2, Maggie Sear. Another senior guard, number 3, Molly Madar. Number 12, sophomore Layla Reese. Number 13, Kaylin Theobald, senior. Rounding out the starting lineups for Cabot. Number 40, senior Paige Siegler. Take a look now at our starting lineup for your 15-4 Conway Lady Cats. Number 13, sophomore Chloe Clardy. Another sophomore, number 21, Camille Brown. Junior guard Kalena King. Junior guard Jaden Thomas, number 24. And sophomore center, number 42, Savannah Scott. Correction on the starting lineups for Cabot. Number 5, Delaney Ringo starting tonight, not Molly Madoff.
Yeah, no, and she's a good shooter. You're going to see that out of she'll put up a few threes. Whether she makes them or not, we don't know. But they have a couple of the shooters, and you'll see some people off the bench. They're not as strong this year as they have been. That you can tell that by their record. They've won 4
and 6 in conference, 8 and 15 overall. But coming into tonight's game, 1, 2 in a row.
Yeah, no, you've always got to be fearful of Cabot, no matter what happens. But they have at times struggled to avoid the press. And when they get pressure in the front court and back court, man, it'll be interesting to see if we throw that half-court trap on them.
Conway controls the tip. Savannah Scott securing it. See if these Lady Cats can shake off a rough Friday night conference loss last week to North Little Rock. Chloe Clardy drawing the contact, can't get it to fall. She'll go to the line for 2.
That's that patented Hutchcraft offense, motion across the top. You're looking for somebody to lag, and then you've got to cut into the lane, or you can pop out for the 3. Chloe is always good for a drive.
We get so used to that look of this offense, like you mentioned, all that motion around the top. That looks the sharpest that I think we've seen it so far here in the conference season.
That seemed very focused. The movement across the top, how fast you can get through that weave, really determines how well you're going to penetrate.
Clardy hits 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Lady Cats on top 1-0. Lady Cats coming out in a man defense.
They played a lot more man this year. You know, they do, and she talked about that. Coach talked about that at the start of the year.
It has been a little strange to see. We got so used to that 1-3-1. As Sear can't get the 3 to drop. Rebound Scott. And here come the Lady Cats. Clardy feeding it to Scott.
Wow.
Scott with the nice left-handed finish.
Caught that in stride. That was a great little pass. Caught it in stride, never even had to look to put the ball down.
The Cats come out, full court press, and they're going to get Clardy for a reach in from behind. So Coach Hutchcraft will pull the press back.
Yeah, that's significant. You don't, within the first minute of the ball game, you've got a foul on Chloe. You do not need her in foul trouble.
3-0 early lead for your Lady Cats. 6:58 to play. Good defense there from Jaden Thomas. Nice drive from Ringgold, but she has nowhere to go.
Bit of a brick wall there.
Jaden Thomas, quick 3. Off the rim, rebound to Cabot.
I like her taking the quick 3, though. It was open, quick pop. She caught it in rhythm.
It was a week ago she hit 4 3-pointers against Southwest. Cabot gets a 3 up. And they're going to get Jaden Thomas for the foul. Kaylin Theobald going to the line.
So Jaden popped out, and normally on the three, I mean, she's tall enough to be able to get that block, but she came a little bit lower than what she really wanted. She followed through with her block, made some contact. That was a good call by the official.
Having some early scoreboard issues here. I'll try and keep you up to date with frequent score and time reminders. As Theobald hits her first 2 free throws, it's now 3-2. She drains the third one as well, so ties it up 3-all. 6:23 to play here in the first quarter. Camille Brown thought about getting it to Savannah Scott. Instead, they feed to Clardy. It's going to go out of bounds off of Ringgold.
Definitely got a height advantage inside. You're going to see that a lot with Savannah working real hard to try to get her the ball down low.
Clardy for 3. Nice.
She struggled with a three-point shot against North Little Rock, I believe 0 for 5. Still had a great game scoring-wise, but that's great sign to see that go down.
Yeah, shaking that rough night off quickly here. She had 23 points Friday at North Little Rock. Lady Cats get another turnover. Feed to Clardy on the left side. Clardy draws the contact. They're going to say a charge.
Oh.
That's a second foul against Clardy.
That. Well, that's such a tough call. I don't even know what to say about that. But, you know, in that position, I'm getting a chance to watch it on the. Yeah, just not a. She was moving, but it is what it is. Now, Chloe, that makes that first foul really on the baseline so much more important. Now you got to sit your leading scorer.
Yep, that's 21 points on the bench right now. She's going to be on the bench for a while. Yeah. Lady Cats lead 6-3, 5:17 to go here in the first quarter. Savannah Scott causing another miss. Cabot's going to get the rebound, stolen away from Jaden Thomas.
Now you're going to have to find out who your scorer is going to be. Your leading scorer on the bench early and could be down for a while.
Camille Brown runs into trouble. Cabot going the other way.
A little bit of contact there, no call.
Lady Cats sticking to this man defense, and they're going to get Kalena King for a reach in. Lady Cats already with 4 fouls. Hadn't even been 4 minutes of action here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a reach in. You got to move your feet a little bit. We have quick hands, but sometimes you know if you get a little bit tardy with your feet, it causes that reach in to come in play.
Shot won't fall for Reese. Conway's going to secure the ball here. Beckwith taking it all the way down and one for Caden Beckwith.
Great job, went to the left hand. That's typical Hutchcraft coach teams, going with either hand, either side of the lane.
Beckwith gives Conway an 8-3 lead. And she gets the and one as well. 9-3 Lady Cats on top. 4:26 left here in the first quarter.
Probably going to see a little bit more of Caden attempting to penetrate and dish. She's really good off the dribble. She's a natural point guard, so she takes a spot where Chloe was and really distributes the ball well. Should look for her to pass the ball a lot.
Feed it down to Siegler. Siegler. No go against Savannah Scott.
It's about 3 blocks already early in the ball game for Savannah. Really active. As long as she stays going up rather than reaching over, she'll be okay.
Savannah struggled Friday night as well, just 7 points, and had a little bit of trouble staying on the court. Here come Lady Cats. Pull up and set up the offense. Gonna feed it down to Scott. Nice pass. What a move under the rim, but can't finish. Cabot forcing it on the other end. And Maggie Sears going to draw a foul.
Could have been jump ball, both hands on the ball, but got him moving.
Be the first foul against Kalena King. 5 fouls already against your Lady Cats. Checking in now for Cabot, Bailey Beaver, sophomore. She's going to spell Siegler. Get the inbounds. Short on the shot attempt. Sear, just Savannah Scott putting on a defensive clinic tonight. Scott saves it.
Great effort by Savannah there.
Kalena King driving. She'll dish out to Beckwith. Brown can't get it to fall. Cleaned up by Scott with the putback.
Really active. Savannah's really active tonight, both on both sides of the court, defensively and offensively.
Jaden Thomas picks her pocket. She'll take it to the rim. Can't get it to drop. Maggie Sear driving on the left side. Rebound to Camille Brown. Beckwith feeds it down to Scott. Scott with the size advantage there, but she can't get the bucket to fall.
Yeah, got to take her time a little bit more there. She really settled her feet. She got the ball out further than she normally gets.
With a timeout on the court, we will take it with them. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Lady Cats on top 11-3. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway court. Live tonight at Buzz Bowling Arena here in Conway. Lady Cats up 11-3, 2:40 to play here in the first quarter. Conway 4 points from Clardy, who's on the bench and probably going to be on the bench, you'd think maybe the rest of the first quarter.
Potentially.
She's got 2 fouls. 4 points as well from Savannah Scott. And 3 from Beckwith. Haley Malcolm checked into the game now, as well as Alex Jolivet. Interesting 5 right now for your Lady Cats.
Yeah, I was just going to say that it's with Jolivet and with Caden Beckwith really fast at the point now and the off guard.
Ashlyn Leonard knocks down an open shot on the inbound. It's the first points and a little bit of a stretch here for Cabot. Jaden Thomas almost had it stolen away and gets it back. That one's going to go out of bounds on Cabot.
Wow, there's just a lot of contact underneath. I know she's getting a little bit frustrated. I'm glad they're getting her out for just a second. But a lot of contact down there and it's just not getting called.
So none of your big 3 on the floor right now for your Lady Cats. No Clardy, no Scott, and no Thomas.
Wow.
Three-point attempt is good from Kalena King.
Girl. Boy, spotted up. That looked sweet from the very get-go. Really nice form, good touch. It's a big basket, puts us up 9.
It's not really what you always expect to see out of King, but she sunk it.
Yeah, no hesitation either. She had the spot and took it.
Leonard gets another shot up, bounces around, no good. Coach Hutchcraft urging these Lady Cats to speed up the tempo. 1:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Lady Cats up 14-5. Beckwith thought about it.
Still in that man. Now Jolivet can shoot that from out there. She's got a good shot from the outside as well.
Molly Madar doing a good job stepping in to cut off that motion offense. Got a hand on it. Jaden Thomas back in quickly.
This is an interesting coaching move by Hutchcraft. Got Jaden a quick breather, but brought her back out there. She's a floor leader. You got to have her out there.
She's your second leading scorer on the team. Ball will stay with Conway. 52 seconds left.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
2 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to try and get a nice look here off the inbounds. Haley Malcolm can't get it up in time. Shot clock violation against your Lady Cats. I don't know if I've seen that happen very often.
Well, we did get a shot off before that as well, but another thing though, we're creating some motion inside. We're not getting a lot of baskets in there. May have to look to the perimeter, kick it back out, get the open J.
Beckwith forcing Madar back to the left. Block from Kalena King. Jolivet feeds it to Malcolm. Can't get it to fall. Cleaned up by Kalena King, and she'll draw the contact.
Great job in the open floor, moving the ball down the floor quickly. Great job by Kalena King. I mean, Kalena is the one that when you look at what she does point production-wise, a lot of times you don't see a lot of points there. You see probably 3, maybe 4 fouls a game. But you'll then see 7, 8, 9 rebounds, 4, 5 assists, and all the things that don't happen in the scorebook, she does. That kind of effort play is really what makes her special.
Hey, Malcolm getting a rebound off the missed free throw. King hit 1 of 2. 15-5, Lady Cats on top. Jaden Thomas, big three-point shot here towards the end of the first quarter.
Step back. I love the step back.
10 seconds.
Created a little space. Gotta like it. No foul.
Lady Cats defense holding strong. Cabot unable to get a shot off. At the end of 1, Conway on top, 18-5, 60 seconds, and we're back on Conway court.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now, in this most unique of times, with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp., and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Back live in Conway, Lady Cats up 18-5 at the end of 1. And we got 3 Lady Cats each tied with 4 points. Clardy, King, and Savannah Scott. As we start the second quarter, got your big 3 back on the court together. Thomas, Clardy, and Scott all back in. Clardy playing the second quarter with 2 fouls.
Now you've got Jenna Cook out for the Lady Panthers. She's a freshman, number 1. She can really handle the ball. She's a really good player.
They get it to her there. They're going to call a foul. Who are they calling it on here?
I don't. No, they didn't call a foul. I'm not. Oh, kick ball.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what 1-5 was. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I was trying to follow.
Maybe saying 15 seconds on the shot clock?
Could
I don't know.
Could be.
Clardy with the steal. Turns on the boosters. Makes a move to her left. She finishes.
You cannot stop that. You just can't stop that. She drives to the right side of the lane, and then a flash is left-handed.
Camille Brown causing some issues for Cook, and Brown going to get called for a foul. 6th team foul against Conway.
Yeah. Normally when you extend that arm out like that, you're going to get that call, but not this time.
Cabot having trouble inbounding, and Jay Cook going to call a timeout. We'll just hold it right here. 20-5, Lady Cats. It's kind of a weird 20-5.
Feels a little bit uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
Well,
if Cabot could get the shot falling a little bit, they'd make this a lot closer game.
That's a little bit of their bugaboo, is that shooting is not necessarily something that it comes easy by them. They're real scrappy, and they get a lot of loose balls, and they make a lot of baskets in kind of a chaos. But from a set offense, they really have to work it into that high post and trigger it from there. And with the Lady Cats, I mean, you got to think about it. If that ball's going into the high post, they deflect so many passes. You don't want to throw it in there. Number one, you'll get it blocked by Savannah. Number two, you're going to get a steal. Just not a very good option for them.
Okay, a ball inbounds to Cook. That's Jenna Cook. There are 2 Cooks on the floor right now for Cabot. Camille Brown almost stealing one away. JC Cook will inbound for the Lady Panthers. That ball's tipped up by Clardy, and Thomas coming down with it. Kalena King, nice dish down to Savannah Scott.
And again, something that's not going to show up. She drives in. She had a girl in front of her set up for the charge, and she went right around the side of it. Really nice play.
Yeah, did a great job avoiding getting a charge call. We've already seen 1 charge called against the Lady Cats tonight. Savannah Scott forcing Layla Reese into a turnover.
Here's the thing, too. I watched some of the Cabot broadcasts. I'll admit I've watched a little game film. I believe that both of the Cooks, they're twin sisters. They're both freshmen. They talked about that on the broadcast. I hope that's not wrong, but both freshmen, both key contributors for the varsity team.
And both Cooks off the floor now.
Yep. I talk about them and they leave.
They come in as a pair. Lady Cats turn the ball over.
Good step in there.
Conway's going to get away with one here as Cabot forces, well, an unforced error by the Lady Panthers. 6:14 to go here in the first half. Lady Cats up 22-5.
They're going to stay in this man defense, which causes a little bit of problem for the shot, but then you give up those kind of moves like that.
There's a nice feed from Thomas into Scott. Scott draws the contact from Siegler. Just her first. First free throw looks good from Savannah. Savannah, 58% free throw shooter on the year. Can't get the second one to drop, but Jaden Thomas gets a long rebound, feeds it back to Scott.
Tough finish there.
Siegler will control a rebound here. Cabot just trying to get some points. It's been another drought for the Lady Panthers. They're going to say Sierra traveled.
That's something that you see on girls that are defended by Chloe. She's so fast and she causes so much pressure that they make a lot of mistakes in front of Chloe, but just because they know what's coming. So she forced a travel there without really even a lot of work.
Jaden gets the feedback from Savannah and drains a three. That was well defended.
Yeah, that was nice. 2 threes now for Jaden.
She's had the hot hand at home the last couple weeks. Savannah Scott, another stop. Oh, Clardy trying to find Kalena King, and that one gets stolen away.
That moment hesitation. She didn't know exactly what she wanted to do there, and it ended up costing her a turnover.
Haley Malcolm will check back in. It's going to spell Savannah.
Great job by Savannah in there. She's really working hard.
So we're almost to the halfway point here in the second quarter. Cabot yet to put any points on the board in the second quarter.
They had a similar drought against Southwest the other night, and it's again, you talked a little bit about it, just couldn't get really good shots up. That's their concern right now, is they're not getting anything of quality in their set offense against the Lady Cats.
Sear gets a shot up. It won't go. Haley Malcolm down there battling for a rebound. Ringgold sneaks one away. Sear again. Short.
Yeah, that's their best shots have come out of the chaos. I mean, that was not a set play. That was not anything said about that. But all of a sudden somebody pops open, and that's where they get a good look at.
26-5, Lady Cats with the lead. Clardy's going to find Thomas. Another three-point attempt from Thomas. And it's just been all good tonight for Jaden.
The back of their warm-up jerseys, most of them have a nickname. Hers is J Money.
Well, she has been that tonight. Theobald can't get a three to drop. Sear getting a rebound, and Lady Panthers finally on the board.
Yeah, scrappy points. That's how they're scoring tonight. I thought that was going up. I think everybody did too. Mario probably thought the same thing.
Clardy deep for three. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, bombs away there.
When the defense is running like it has been, creating chaos for this Cabot team, and then when that three ball's falling, it's a dangerous mix for your Lady Cats.
That's where you, if you're an opposing team, fan, player, you don't want to see this kind of flow to the game at all. Everything, we're working hard on defense, scrapping for a lot of balls, but then the bombs from the outside, and Chloe now with 2 straight threes. They look good doing it.
Jolivet and Brown back in for your Lady Cats. Conway going a little bit smaller here. Clardy finds a seam. She draws the contact, and look at all those Lady Cats rushing to help her up.
Well, it's getting a little frustrating for the Lady Panthers. Fouls are a little hard, and that's okay. That's part of the game. But when your leading scorer takes a drive like that and takes a shot, it's good to see your teammates pick her up.
Lady Cats picked up their 6th team foul early in this quarter. Haven't had one since, and now Cabot with 5 team fouls.
That's a credit to Coach Hutchcraft. She really, I mean, their offense is lights out when it's on. But defensively, I don't think people give them enough credit. She's able to quiet the fouls and at the same time limit their opponent to 7 points with 3 minutes to go in the half.
Clardy hits both free throws. She's in double figures tonight, 11 points. Beckwith with the steal, and she draws the contact from Sear. 2:59 to play here in the first half. Lady Cats in control.
You know, if we talked about it with Chloe Clardy going down with foul trouble early in the first quarter. A lot of that was done getting set without her. So it's good to see her teammates pick her up when she's not available.
Beckwith made a strong move to the basket. Just couldn't get away from that Cabot defense. And Lady Panthers with the ball now. Little push off there.
Yep.
Jolivet getting her hand on it. They're going to say it went off Cook.
Yeah, the arm bar is we haven't got that call yet tonight. That's how we're such hounds on defense. I mean, we literally are in their space all the way up the court. And you get tired of that as an offensive player. You're trying to create some space. You get the arm bar out there, just not getting the call right now.
Clardy, left side. Beautiful. You knew it as soon as she got the ball at the top of the key. You could feel it.
Yeah, she doesn't need much space, and if there is space there, then it's over with. She finishes with her opposite hand better than anybody I've seen at this level this year. Just haven't seen anybody else do that.
Leonard's going to go to the line for 2. Cabot, only 2 points here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and it's, again, none of it from the set offense. I think they made one basket off of an inbounds play, and that's about it.
Leonard drops the first one. She's got a interesting free throw routine here. Little step to the side with her left foot, brings it back in. It's working.
Hey, whatever works. Free throw line is a magical place for a lot of people.
All but 2 of Cabot's points have come from the free throw line, I believe. Move from Brown.
Wow, really nice. Boy, that'll come in handy in the state tournament if we can get her driving to the basket like that.
Haley Malcolm gets a hand on it.
Did a great job of standing up straight. Your post player dribbling it down the court.
She feeds it to Brown on the other end, and Brown drains a 3. That's 5 quick points for Brown.
That shot looked good. I mean, great drive the possession before, and then just a spot-up 3 looked really, really good.
I'd say Haley Malcolm got a hand on that one. Stay with Cabot. Jaden Thomas checking back in, going to let Chloe Clardy get a rest.
It's good when you can have one of the 2 top scorers on the floor at the same time, or at one time, instead of having to have them both out there.
J.C. Cook gets the Lady Panthers into double figures now. 41-11. Conway up by 30, less than a minute to play. Jaden Thomas, nice move to her left side. Haley Malcolm comes crashing in there. And they're gonna call the foul on Haley? That's what they did. Yeah. Everybody's confused. I guess when I said she came crashing in there, maybe he heard me say that.
Thanks, Levi.
I'm sorry, Haley.
Thanks, Levi. You know, with the score the way it is, you're not going to get a lot of argument out of Coach Hutchcraft, but because the scoreboard is completely lopsided with a 30-point lead. But that's, you know, that is what it is. Just kind of let the flow of the game go here.
Siegler gets her first point of the night. And her second. 41-13. 44 seconds to go here in the first half. Lady Cats spread it out. Start running that motion offense. Beckwith is going to make a move to the left. Feeds it out to Malcolm. Thomas can't control the rebound. Almost stolen by Brown.
This is where Cabot scores. It's out of chaos.
Siegler can't get it to drop. There's Jaden Thomas, 6 seconds on the clock. Brown will take the last shot, deep 3. And it's going to be short. That's going to do it for the first half. Your Lady Cats on top big, 41-13. They'll put 10 minutes up on the clock for halftime. We'll come back around the 4-minute mark to recap the first half. So we'll see you in about 6 minutes. Go get a drink. Go maybe pop some popcorn. We'll have the rest of this Lady Cat action in about 6 minutes. He's Tim, I'm Levi. This is Lady Cat basketball on Conway Court.
Don't put your health care on hold.
At Conway Regional, your health and safety
our top priority.
We have extensive safety measures in place to protect you from infection
And a variety of options for you to receive the care you need.
From a telemedicine appointment in the comfort of your own home
to a visit to our medical center or clinics.
You'll receive comprehensive and compassionate care.
When you need to visit the hospital, please know that it's safe and secure.
During an emergency, every minute counts.
Don't delay your care for fear of COVID-19.
After your visit, we can hold a follow-up appointment through video over our telemedicine system.
Whether you need a primary care visit,
An orthopedic appointment,
A visit with a neurologist,
or a prenatal checkup.
Surgery,
a follow-up appointment,
Referral to a specialist.
or emergency care.
we're here for you wherever you are.
no matter the need.
Don't put your health care on hold.
Don't put your health care on hold.
Don't put your health care on hold.
For all of your healthcare needs, Conway Regional is here for you.
We hear far too often at Conway Corp about scammers who try to use our company's name to get your personal information. It's a practice called phishing, and there is another new email that's going around right now. We want you to be aware of it in case you see it in your inbox. In this case, someone claiming to be from Conway Corp is saying that someone on our security team received a request to delete an account. Well, that's simply not true. We would never contact you this way, and anytime you see communication from Conway Corp and you have reason to believe it's not true, please do us a favor. Call 450-6000. We can put your mind at ease about it, and we can let your neighbors know. Once we're aware, we'll put it on social media, and Conway residents can be aware of it, just like we're doing now to let everyone know. Conway Corp, always on. Congratulations are in order for our marketing and communications department for being recognized nationally recently. They were recognized by the American Public Power Association during their virtual Customer Connections Conference. Conway Corp became the first utility to earn the top honor, an award of excellence in all three judged categories. In the print and digital category, we were honored for our 2019 annual report, Always On. The 2019 Conway Corp annual report told our story of taking care of the people who matter most, our friends and neighbors. In the video category, the honor was for work with area education. We're proud to power education in our city, from lights in the classroom to lights on the football field. And recently we partnered with the University of Central Arkansas to unveil our Lineman versus Lineman Challenge. And finally, Conway Corp was honored in the web and social media category for our ongoing social media video series called Plugged In, which happens to be what you're watching right now. We're proud of the team that tells the story of Conway Corp, and it's a great story to tell. Conway Corp, always on.
Yazzie, yeah, Pauline Yazzie. She had 6 kids and putting them all through school without electricity. Kids doing homework in their van with the dome light on. Family wanted to watch TV, they're in the car. Homework in the car. She said the one thing she went through the most of was her car batteries. But
yeah, I remember she has a son that just graduated high school, and she said he was big into basketball, and whenever he'd have his buddies over, they'd round the vehicles up and get the car lights on the course so they could play ball at night. And so
she said they had actually been shot at before, because it's in the desert, and she didn't act like it was intentional. They just didn't know anybody lived there. You know, you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no lights. You just assume nobody lives there. So it was a safety aspect of it too.
I haven't really get it in my head that I have utility now. You know, I always wondered, when you're at somebody else's house, you think I wish I had utility, then I could do this, I could do that, right? But here, it's the first thing we can think of is a refrigerator. That's the first thing, and we're like, what kind of refrigerator do we get? That's gonna be fun.
live at Buzz Bowling Arena, and you know you had a good first half when you're at the 3-minute mark of halftime and the Lady Cats are already back out shooting.
Yeah, that's why are we not talking in the that's normally they don't actually I don't know that I've seen them come out and shoot ever.
Yeah, it hasn't been very often this conference season, at least the home games we've seen. Lady Cats up big 41-13 behind a great shooting effort team-wide, shooting 70% from behind the arc and 13 points to lead the way for Chloe Clardy.
Well, I'm watching them shoot out here at halftime, and they're still draining threes. Jaden Thomas, those three of them right there.
Yeah.
So, Jaden, I saw Mario at halftime, and he was excited for the jumpers that are going down. You know, sometimes you get in that rhythm, and it's hard to get out. You feel the rhythm, and you just kind of go with it. And Jaden is doing that tonight. She's got a good and here's the thing, she's creating space when she doesn't have it. She's doing a step back three, and boy, you know you're feeling it when you're comfortable doing the step back. So really good to see her in rhythm.
Well, they do this pretty frequently in the regular season. They'll have nights like this where the defense is on and the shots falling, and you get a glimpse into what could be come tournament time if they could ever combine those two things together in a tournament run. Some magical things could happen. That's exactly what happened to them the last time they were able to win one back in 2014. The shooting.
Haley Estes, yeah. So they, coming off the North Little Rock game, I mean, you kind of knew that they probably would have a little bit of fire. Again, Coach Hutchcraft does a great job of rallying the troops and finding that momentum to come out of something like that. And so I think a lot of that's a credit to her and Coach Johnson and how they have got this team playing at that right level. But you're right. If they've got both mechanisms working offensively and defensively, and you heard Coach Smith for Northside talk about probably the most dangerous team in the state.
Could very well be, yeah.
And here's the thing, too. I know when Jaden was out and Chloe was out and Savannah was out, I was thinking, man, I mean, that's a lot. That's some senior leadership. But it's two sophomores and a junior that you're leaning on. I mean, this is not an old team. We have two seniors. They both contribute. Haley more so than Lacey, but they both contribute. And so you've got this team going to be – this chemistry is going to be here for another year and then another year after that, except for Jaden. So, man, a lot to hope for if you're a Lady Cat fan.
Indeed. 41-13. Lady Cats lead as we start the second half. Conway will continue with that man defense. Feed it down to Ziegler. She can't control it. They're going to call her for a travel. A quick turnover for Cabot.
Could have been anything. Could have been a held ball, travel, throwing it out of bounds. Nothing really good there on the baseline.
Jaden Thomas hit 3 threes in the first half, and she hits her fourth. Wow.
She sees it so well tonight. Wow.
All 12 of Jaden's points coming from the three ball.
Future Lady Texter is lighting it up.
Oh. Kalena King trying to make a move, get a steal. Instead, she's going to get called for a foul, and that is her second.
Tough call. She was going for the ball, a little bit of contact there, but boy, she had it timed right. She knew what she was trying to do.
So 2 Lady Cats with 2 fouls on the floor right now, Clardy and King. Sear gets a three-pointer up. Another rebound for Savannah Scott. Jaden Thomas making a move to her left, behind the back, finds Clardy. Clardy from the free throw line. Rebound Thomas, and she'll be fouled from behind as she goes back up. She'll go to the line for 2.
So Jaden, off of the three-pointer, tries to penetrate, kicks it back out to Chloe. Good look, didn't quite fall. Savannah Scott there to clean it up and draw the foul.
First free throw is good. Jenna Cook, freshman guard, checking back in for Cabot.
Really good player. She can penetrate, and she can also shoot the three. Just a freshman.
Savannah 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Those look good too. Those two did.
Clardy keeping her in front. Cook makes a move to her right. Picks up her dribble and able to feed it down to Reese, who is able to draw contact.
Wow.
May have been the most efficient play running we've seen from Cabot tonight.
Yeah, and it was run out of Jenna Cook, kind of running the show. And again, she's really good. I mean, we watched a little bit of her in the JV game prior to, and I watched her against Southwest last week. She can really handle the ball, so she's a danger. She's somebody you're going to have to keep an eye on.
Reese hits 1 of 2, gets her first point of the night. Clardy makes a strong move to the left, and they're going to call the foul on the floor.
Yeah, and Jenna Cook trying to I mean, that's a nice, as a freshman, you get Chloe Clardy. She came on the court. She said, "Who's got 13?" No, you do. I don't want her.
Oh, okay. Well, deep 3 from Cook. Rebound Clardy. Feeds to Thomas. That's going to be rebounded by Theobald.
A little bit of contact, but not enough to draw the foul.
Sear gets one up, can't fall. Clardy will set up the offense. Savannah working hard down there against Siegler. They feed it to her. Makes a move back inside.
I love the jump hook.
Clardy cleans it up for her.
Seen Chloe do that a lot, especially from the left-hand side, where the ball just crawls over the rim with that spin that she puts on it. God, I love that English she's got.
Reese, nowhere to go.
Savannah has done such a great job of standing up and causing problems. She's not even trying to go over the top.
Sear hits a 3 for Cabot. Biggest shot they've had of the night. Clardy tries to answer back. Off the front of the rim. Savannah making a big rebound. Feeds to Thomas. Thomas can't get her fifth three-pointer of the night. Sear gets another 2 on the other end.
5-point swing.
Lady Cats have gotten a little cold here in the third quarter. These last couple minutes. Clardy feeds it to Scott, and Scott draws the contact from Theobald.
Yeah, so when in doubt, if the outside jumper is not falling, the last couple haven't, that's the recipe. And this is something that we haven't really had a lot of. Is a true post player. We've had some girls that could play the post, but really when you're talking about a true post player, like somebody backing somebody in and having that position, Savannah's the first one we've had in a while. And so that option of, okay, our jumper's not working, what do? We go to Savannah.
You know, it was very obvious to me a year ago to be super excited about Chloe Clardy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's everything that we thought she could be. But I was super excited about Savannah Scott because of what you just said. It's been a while since we've had a true post player. She just brings something different to this offense and the defense. So she's going to get called for a foul there. You don't sound so sure about.
Yeah, you know, I never am. If you've watched any of our broadcasts, you'll know that I'm not necessarily. I want the Wampus Cats and the Lady Cats to get all the calls. Is that too much to ask?
Maybe.
No,
maybe.
It's not. You're supposed to go with me there. That's a foul on Levi. So she did get a little contact there, but you're right. She's a true post player. And with Coach Hutchcraft's offense, being able to work that outside. I mean, we've depended upon the three. You think about all the great three-point shooters we've had.
Yeah.
For the last 4 or 5 years, and we still have a couple. We actually have more than a couple. It hasn't really shown up that much this year, but Jaden, Chloe, Alex, Camille, Kalena, they can all shoot through. We've got girls on the bench that can shoot the three, but boy, having a pure post player, that's fun.
Jaden makes a move, and she hesitates just a little bit there. She'll get called for the travel.
Yeah, the smile gave her away.
Cabot has cut the lead to 29 and make it 27. See what Beckwith can do. She's going to hand it off to Clardy. We know what she can do on the left side, making a strong move. And
she got absolutely clobbered and no call.
Yeah, she looked back at the ref. And
yeah, you don't see Chloe complaining too much. And Coach Hutchcraft was raising her hands as to say what's going on. I mean, again, and we see this a lot when we're in these games where it's kind of a blowout. You're not going to get a lot of those calls because they want to keep calling it.
She made another strong move off the inbounds and got her own rebound. That quick little turnaround, you mentioned it earlier. She just knows the angle to get that shot in that close to the rim. She's really good at it.
She doesn't have, and maybe if you're a Lady Cat fan, you don't get tired of it, but some folks might get tired of us talking about Chloe. But her game is such a complete package. She pretty much has everything. It's one of the reasons why she's the tops in the nation at her age, and coveted by all programs.
What a feed from Thomas to Scott, and Scott with the soft hands at the rim.
And Jaden Thomas could be my favorite Lady Cat of all time. I mean, she plays so hard all the time, all the skills, can do anything on the court. It's almost like she picks her moments.
Reese answers back with a jumper near the free throw line. Try to feed it down to Savannah Scott again. That's stolen away from Cook. Feed it to Bailey, and she finishes on the left side.
She's a good player. She really, she made the defensive play, worked the ball down the court, found the open spot, and got it to her in a spot where she could do something with it.
Clardy. Clardy for three.
You take away the pass, and she says, okay, well, then I'll just shoot it.
I'll just hit nothing but the net.
That's right.
Jaden Thomas getting a little poke on the ball there. Yeah. Knocks it out of bounds.
No foul, just ball.
And the big three heading to the bench. Haley Malcolm, Kalena King, Camille Brown checking in. Sear makes a move. Dish back out to Cook for three. Rebound Reese. Bailey over to Cook. They try to feed it down to Sear. Kalena King getting a hand on it.
She's a player. I don't want to watch her play for the next 4 years against us, but she is a really good player.
Sear thought about it, makes a move to the basket. It's a smart move for Sear. She hits another two.
Yeah.
Nearing a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Beckwith making a strong move and finishing with the left hand. She'll go to the line for one.
I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Beckwith this year, really. I mean, when you think about it, she's playing a position that could be played by Chloe or Jaden or Camille, and But man, she's got all the skills to lead the team from the point guard position.
Not able to get the and one. Under a minute to play. Brown causing trouble. She's going to feed it out to Beckwith. And they're going to call Cook for a reach in.
Really good defensive play there by Camille Brown. She started it off by getting a good spot. Oh, she comes up a little bit hobbled. It's going to bring Jaden back in.
Thomas will check back in for Brown, who you mentioned is having a little trouble getting off the court. She'll get looked at by the training staff. Joe Levette tries to feed it down to Malcolm. And they're going to call Haley Malcolm for a push-off.
Wow. I was about to say what a great pass and feed that was, but okay, going the other way.
30-point lead for your Lady Cats. Cook trying to feed it down to Leonard. Goes off Leonard's hand, so shot clock turned off. See if the Lady Cats decide to hold it here for the final shot. It does look like they will try to do that. Ten seconds. Beckwith making a move. Floats one up in the lane and gets it to drop.
That was spectacular.
7 points for Beckwith, and your Lady Cats on top by 32 at the end of 3. Sportsmanship rule will be in play here in the final quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
Take it outside, boys!
Johnson's down the right side. He crosses over to O'Connor and shoots. Oh, no! Oh, brilliant.
You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Tell your insurance provider you choose All Clean USA.
Mom said take it outside.
Back live in Conway, about to get underway for the final quarter of action between your Lady Cats and the Cabot Lady Panthers. And Tim, I know there was a rough week for Conway High fans.
Yeah, you know, if you're a Conway person and you've lived in this community a long time, I mean, this has been a terrible year this past year with a lot of different impacts of COVID. This is a different kind of impact. One of the a absolute rock of the Conway High School community and the program, Ed Dow, passed away this past week, and he was recently retired with the transportation crew, but prior to that he was coaching for the Wampus Cats at all different kinds of levels, all different kinds of programs. He touched so many kids through our program, a cherished guy, and he will be absolutely missed. Going to miss Ed Dow, passed away this past week.
Saw the post, the ribbons, the blue and red ribbons on the school buses. You might have seen that post from Conway School District this week. That's what that was all about.
Yeah, he was actually the transportation director when he retired. So I mean, he'd done all of the stint with the coaching part of it, and that was kind of a natural thing for him. But I mean, this is a guy that you wanted involved in with your kids, and you wanted in some way with the program. Just an absolute great guy. I think he graduated in 78 or 79, somewhere in there. And you know, the whole community who knew Coach Dow will absolutely miss him.
Lacey Larkins is checked in for your Lady Cats here in the fourth quarter, as well as Jamisha Johnson. And Larkins hits a three.
That's their specialty. She can absolutely drain it. Give her any space and she can knock it down.
We missed a three earlier from Beckwith, as she's in double figures now.
You know, and I watched her make that three. That's not necessarily the brilliant part of her game, But that just shows you what she can do as a point guard. If you leave her alone, she'll knock it down.
Running clock here in the fourth quarter. Beckwith feeds it back to Malcolm. Malcolm can't get the three to drop.
She can hit that three, though. She doesn't take a lot of them, but she can hit it.
She makes a defensive play on the opposite end.
Yeah, great job of standing straight up. I thought Jamisha was going to take it all the way, and I think her teammates wanted her to.
She was coming in strong.
Yeah. They leave Lacey alone over here in the corner, it's going to go up. Jolivet was shooting before she had it.
Yeah, she was ready. She hasn't been able to get on the board yet tonight. No, she's going to try and change that here in this final quarter.
She didn't want to miss that pass in front of her teammates either. That's going to be one that's going to hurt for a while. They were giving her a good hard time.
Teammates don't do that, Tim.
Oh, but they do. Great block. Man, so many blocks on the interior tonight.
Yeah, it feels like Savannah Scott had about 30 in the first quarter.
We'll go back. It probably wasn't that many, but it feels like it. It's going to be a good matchup right there, one-on-one for the next couple of years. You're going to see that a lot. Cook against Beckwith.
Beckwith making a little bit of a move.
Oh, that's a foul.
Another nice finish with the left hand. Couldn't get it to drop. And you got a big number of new Lady Cats checking in. Carson Roach, Sonny Corley, Lauren Hill, and Mary Kate Kane will join Alex Jolivet on the floor.
Wow, 4 3-point shooters on the floor, along with Lauren Hill, who can really be tough inside. Great job.
They'll call Madar for the travel.
Yeah, good defensive pressure on the ball side. Caused a little disruption in the flow.
Cabot gets the steal. Down to Sear. Sear she's done well in transition tonight for these Lady Panthers.
The senior making most of tonight, getting her shots to go up and really good in transition, as you said.
Feed it down to Hill. Corley for three.
Little hand on it.
So we mentioned at the start all of the drama, is going to call a push against Kane there. All of the drama that the Lady Cats loss at North Little Rock has caused in this 6A Central on the girls' side, because now North Little Rock haven't checked in on their score yet tonight. But now North Little Rock has a game lead on your Lady Cats, but it's because they've played 10 and we've only played 9.
Which is totally ridiculous. I can't stand for it, but that is we've got a game to make up against
Mount St. Mary.
Yeah.
So we haven't been given any word yet on when that might happen, but you feel like it's gonna happen because the Lady Cats, because of seeding implications here, they really need that game. And if they can get that game in and end up tied with North Little Rock as we come down the stretch here, it's going to get really interesting because they both beat each other by the maximum of 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no head-to-head tiebreaker. So it'll come down to points, and right now your Lady Cats with 70 points in 9 games. North Little Rock with 75 and 10. So it very well could come down to this makeup game with Mount St. Mary to decide who gets that 2 seed. Of course, your Lady Cats going to have to take care of business in the rest of their games as well.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, that's considering all things, being equal. But you expect us to win that ball game and expect it to win by the max. So it's something we've got to have. And I know Coach Hutchcraft, she wants to play that game. Most of the coaches, my understanding is and this came from various sources, they want to get all the games in to not have to play the conference tournament, because there are things that, and I didn't really recognize this, but one of the major factors with COVID and contact tracing is bus rides. And so when you have to have multiple more games right before the state tournament, you're gambling.
For sure. And it's so many things out of your control with it. It's not even, as it has been all year with COVID. Sometimes you make all the best decisions you can, and it's still outside of your control. So
exactly right. And I hate it too. The last year was exactly the same thing. We beat North Little Rock at North Little Rock. We beat them by about 35, 40 points, and it could have literally been 70 or 80. And then we turn around and lose to them again in double overtime. It just makes me mad.
Nice move there by Cook here in the final minute. Lady Cats up on top, 66-41. Big night, big shooting night for your Lady Cats. It seemed like everybody was on from behind the arc, especially in that first half. And that is going to bring things to a close here. Lady Cats will win 66-41.
Great win.
We'll move to 16-4 overall and 9-2 in the 6A Central. Try and get a look at the final stats here in a moment, but Lady Cats taking care of business at home tonight, setting up a huge matchup on the road Friday at Fort Smith Northside.
Well, you didn't really come into this game. Number one, you lost. You kind of felt like we were playing better. That we come on off of a loss to North Little Rock. But again, at Cabot, when we were playing the Lady Panthers there, it was a struggle. We ended up winning by 20, but we were only leading by 6 at half. So you just didn't really know. It was really good to see them come out and lay it down. The 70% at halftime of the 3 points was just ridiculous.
Well, and they weren't that far off of it for the game as a whole, shooting 62% tonight, 11 of 18, 50% overall from the field. So what a night for your Lady Cats. They were led by Chloe Clardy with 20 points, and Jaden Thomas had 12. Savannah Scott also had 12, and Caden Beckwith double figures tonight,
yes,
10
Caden.
points for Caden. She looked good, especially in the second half, driving to the basket. Yep. We are going to pause things here now. Lady Cats win 66-41, and we've got your boys action coming up. Conway Wampus Cats playing host to the rival Cabot Panthers. We talked about how all these games have been important these last few weeks. This is another one here,
a big one
for your Wampus Cats. So we'll take about a 6 or 7 minute break here at halftime, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. You're watching Wampus Cat basketball here on Conway Court.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now in this most unique of times with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp, and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
And welcome back to Arena. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. And your Wampus Cats are just minutes away from taking on one of their most intense rivals, no matter what sport it is, right?
Yep.
It's the Cabot Panthers. And Tim, just like a week ago, your Wampus Cats face a team that is near the bottom of the league. They're currently in that 7 spot at 2-8. And but very hungry to try and climb up into that 6th and final playoff spot as things continue to look like we're not going to need that conference tournament, that alleged, rumored, much talked about conference tournament. If things continue as they have been on the boys' side, it doesn't look like we're going to need that. So this is a very important game for this Cabot team tonight.
We do control a little bit of our own destiny. Not I mean, the upper side of it, we're going to need some help. But we've got the kind of the spot where we need to where we could be. We've got that nailed down if we can just do what we need to do. This is a team, though. You talked about where they are. I mean, they are right above Southwest. They're 2-8, and it was kind of a little trivia quiz that we played before the game. You know, you look at that and you go, all right, well, so they beat probably Little Rock Catholic's 3-7. Little Rock Southwest is 1-9, so probably where the wins came from. But no, this group now. I think there was some COVID impact. I don't know for sure. I know the coach was out for Northside, but they beat Northside and beat them by like 15, which is ridiculous. I mean, Northside is one of the better teams in the conference. I mean, they beat Central, and so which is the top team in the conference.
Yeah, so their 2 wins this year have come at Northside, like you mentioned, and they've beaten Southwest once, lost to Southwest way back in the 1st of January. So it's been kind of a up and down season for these Panthers. And we talked a little bit in the girls' game about how things got complicated Friday with the girls losing to North Little Rock. Well, things got even more complicated here on the boys' side too, as Northside, who looms this Friday for your Wampus Cats. These 2 teams, they're tied in the conference standings currently. But Northside has the head-to-head. Right. We'll have to see what happens on Friday night. But they got an unexpected win this past Friday over the league-leading, undefeated in conference, Little Rock Central Tigers. So they picked up a win that people weren't expecting them to pick up. And now things are getting crazy for the Wampus Cats as they still have a chance to climb up to maybe that 4 seed. But they got to win tonight, and then they're going to have to go on the road this Friday and take care of business too.
Yeah, and you know, at Northside, they played and got beat by Cabot at home recently by 15, and that didn't feel good. So we played them to a 3-point game here and had a shot to tie it at the end of regulation. So, yeah, I'm worried about Northside. I mean, for this Wampus Cat team, you know, you don't know who's going to show up because it's such a young team, an inexperienced team. So a night tonight could be different for them. They've got a chance to be really good, and they've got a chance to really not play well because they just haven't figured it all out yet. But expecting them to play hard. The first time we played Cabot, it was a very close game. DJ Lockhart took care of business late in the ball game to pull that one out, but we didn't play with Jaden Williams. So Jaden Williams, it's bigger than anybody they've got. They've got a couple of guys that are pretty muscular and thick, but Jaden Williams, if he has a normal game for us, probably will be the difference here.
Go ahead and look at the starting lineups for Cabot. 4-16 overall, 2-8 in conference play. The starting lineup will include sophomore Brandon Bennett, number 1, junior Isaiah Larson, number 2, senior Samuel Owen, number 3, sophomore number 12 Gavin Muse, and senior Braden Roberts, number 20. Starting lineup for your Wampus Cats. Junior number 1 DJ Lockhart. Another junior guard, number 4 Paul Harris. Junior Traylon McClure has worked his way into the starting lineup. He's looked good the last few weeks.
Yes.
Cade Swindle, senior 3-point specialist. And at center, you know who he is. 6'5", all 6'5" of them. Jaden Williams. And you mentioned that game, the first time these two teams played, a close game. But Jaden Williams Not on the floor.
Not on the floor. Yeah. And, we didn't have our football players really acclimated into the structure of the, and it takes a little while for our football guys to get going. It's a different, it's different conditioning, different set of muscles. They're good athletes, and so like to your point, Traylon McClure scored 16 or 17 the other night. Really looked good doing it. Led the team in scoring.
He's worked his way into the starting lineup, and he's definitely been a factor. Jaden Williams will control the tip for your Wampus Cats. Conway needing a win here at home to maintain pace with Northside. Feed it down to Jaden Williams. He's able to pull that in. Lockhart feeds it down to Traylon McClure. Traylon, the pump fake, scores the first 2 points of the game.
He's an undersized post player, but really sneaky around the rim.
Conway coming out in that man defense that they've been playing all year.
Yeah, Coach Salty corrected me on that all year.
3-point attempt up from Roberts is good. Cabot hitting a big shot here early. Traylon McClure feeding it down to Jaden Williams. Jaden making a strong move, but the soft hands to finish at the rim.
It was a tough catch, too. The pass was tough to handle. Got it down there low and then brought it back up. Man, he can be a force.
Another three-pointer for Roberts. And he drains another one, and that was well defended by all 6'5" of Jaden Williams.
He didn't get up enough.
Traylon McClure, a little pull-up jumper from the left elbow. He's got 4 points.
It's an offensive onslaught by both these teams. I mean, typically slow-starting teams. I mean,
right, yeah.
But they're hitting the shots.
Jaden's going to get a little bit closer out there. He's not used to guarding these guys that play out on the perimeter.
Bet he takes it as a challenge.
Nice penetration there from Sam Owen. Cabot regaining the lead 8-6. I'm liking the vibe of this first quarter.
Yeah, it's a really good motion offense by both teams. They're getting everything out of their set offense.
Traylon McClure trying to
tough pass
feed
there.
it down to Cade Swindle in traffic. Swindle unable to control that one. Larson makes a move, kicks it back out. Finds Roberts on the other end. They're going to get Larson for the charge. Or no, it was Muse.
Yeah, he a little bit out of control. He made a good attempt at the pass, but Traylon McClure did a great job of standing in front of it, taking the charge. Traylon not afraid of a little contact.
Not at all.
You know?
Keep moving, says Coach Longy. Lockhart tried to create a little penetration. They feed it down to Traylon. Traylon 6 points here in the first quarter.
He is feeling it. Oh, man, Traylon, go.
6 of Conway's 8. Bennett kicks it back out to Roberts. Another three-point attempt for Roberts. And that one won't fall. Harris picking up the ball on the other end. Traylon McClure. Lockhart working that baseline. Call him for a travel.
Yeah, he lost control going up. He got a little contact, but probably not enough to get the call there. But really liked the penetration move, though. It was a good move on the baseline. Jaden is, boy, I'm sure this is so interesting for him to have to play out on the wing to cover the three.
Jaden pulling down a big rebound there. Yeah, he's not used to having to extend that far out. Paul Harris forcing things on the other end. He's going to draw contact from Muse. That's his second.
He's got both fouls for Cabot. That's going to bring an early substitution in.
Van Ezel checking in. Going to spell Muse. 4 minutes into this first quarter. Muse is going to have to sit for a while.
Saw that earlier in the girls' game with Chloe.
Lockhart.
Nice.
Feed down to Williams. No.
Yeah, that's a difficult call from all the way over here, but probably a good call. I hate it. Probably a good call. He was so open. Sometimes you kind of lose track of where your feet are. Even Jaden Williams can make a mistake.
Troy Wiseman checking in for Kate Swindle. And they're going to call Lockhart for contact down in the paint. They talked to Lockhart and Owen. Owen and Lockhart, a little fist bumps. I don't think anything crazy going on down there.
No.
Playing physical.
Typical Conway Cabot, though. It's going to get a little rough.
Well, Jaden Williams has a new man to guard.
Troy Wiseman in the game now.
And they leave Van Ezel wide open. A little missed assignment there. Cabot regains the lead. It's been a brisk first quarter. Trailing over to Wiseman. Back to Lockhart up top, over to Harris. Jaden gonna feed it down to Traylon McClure. Traylon can't get that one to drop. Roberts loses control. Harris with the steal.
Had to be a walk or something at least.
Harris gets fouled on the other end.
Cabot going to go deep into the lineup now.
It's Evan Tunnison checking in, as well as Garrett Hill. Lockhart making a move on the right side. He's able to drop one in.
If they give it to you, go. I mean, he noticed he was waiting for the defense to come out to him, and they never did, so he took the lane. They've got Paul Harris now switched out on Roberts, who knocked down a couple of early threes on Jaden.
Van Ezel pump fake, makes a move in the lane, and he's able to finish at the rim.
4 quick points for him.
Traylon's going to feed it down to Jaden. Jaden makes a strong move, and he's going to get the basket and one.
That's nice. Could have really close to getting camped out in the lane. He was expecting the pass a little bit earlier. That's the downside. But got it to him in time. Got the contact and the basket.
Jaden's got 4 points here in the first quarter. Make it 5.
Look at that. Not the most prolific free throw shooter, but that one looks sweet.
Conway immediately coming out in the full court press. Traylon McClure gets a foot on it. Cabot breaks the press. Conway having to get back quickly. Cabot, good ball movement. Cross court pass to Larson. And he drains the three.
Yeah, we were in chase mode the entire possession. Got a little bit out of defense, and they got the ball. They really worked the ball around the horn. You knew at some point in time somebody was going to be open enough to take it.
Try to feed it down to Williams. Too many red jerseys down there. Conway able to sneak away with one there.
A little bit of contact.
Lockhart's going to make a strong move in the lane, and he draws the contact against, which one is that?
Ezel, I think.
Ezel. A lot of 20 and 22 and 23 down there all at the same time.
Yeah, the Cabot numbers, their jersey numbers, are always I mean, these are actually better than what they have been, but they used to have those black jerseys with the outline red.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
No. Yeah, black jersey with black number and the red outline. Yeah, that was no,
that
sure
was
no
good.
good.
I'm sure you guys saw it from up here. I had trouble down there on the floor.
Well, you know, and listen, I didn't have this job then. Jeff Matthews, not to throw him under the bus, but I don't know if you know this about Jeffrey. Eyesight, not the greatest.
Yeah, he complains about that, but I think he's overworked. Eyesight's getting. He works so hard.
It doesn't help when you have jerseys like that. I'm glad they have. Well, they may still have them at home. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet we see him again.
Conway cuts the lead down to 1. 1 minute left to play here in the first quarter. Both teams running their offenses efficiently. Who are they going to get on that one?
DJ,
Lockhart.
I believe. That's 2 on DJ, unfortunately. So you see our first Boogie sighting.
Boogie Card checking in. Sophomore, he provided a spark a few times a week ago against Southwest.
He's instant excitement, if anything. I mean, he's just, you never know what you're going to get, but boy, defensively, offensively, he can do it.
And he does it right there.
I think he's right. I think it bounced off of Cabot, but they didn't catch it.
He said it bounced off his chin.
It did.
The chinny chin chin.
It did, but oh well.
Man, both of these teams playing tight defense, moving the ball well. It's been a really fun first quarter. Owen trying to get some penetration. Boogie tried to pull that rebound, and it was knocked out by Hill. Conway has the ball with 15 seconds on the clock.
And Boogie running the point.
Boogie time.
Let's see what we do here. A little motion. Yep.
Harris making a move in the lane. Nice job by Paul Harris. And he gives Conway the lead right at the end of the first quarter. Conway on top 16-15. 60-second break, and we're back on Conway court.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now in this most unique of times with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp, and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Live tonight here in Conway, Wampus Cats up 16-15 over Cabot at the end of 1, and Traylon McClure had 6 of Conway's first 8 points, and he leads the way for your Wampus Cats.
He's been sneaky good down there in the post, hasn't he? I mean, he's not too tall. He's probably undersized for the post, but boys look good catching the ball down low.
Karen Duncan in the game for your Wampus Cats, giving Jaden Williams a little bit of a breather. And O'Marion Kennedy in there as well. So
there's not a lot of height out here for a basketball setup for either team. 6'2" is maybe about as big as we go.
Bennett can't get the three to fall. Conway on the other end.
Wow. We had a foul on the drive. Paul didn't get the call.
Very physical play out there. 3-point up from Kennedy, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Neither one of the referees pointed the same direction I pointed right there. It's part of my problem, I think. I'm a little bit one-sided. I'm biased.
You know, and you're a little wound up too, because
biased.
It's Cabot.
Yeah.
You get a little wound up for Cabot and Bryant, and it just happens.
Yes.
Get a chance to see Bryant at home a week from Friday.
There was contact there. You can't get that close on a three-point shooter if you got to let them come down. They talked about this in one of the earlier games. You got to give the shooter a chance to land, and Duncan did not do that there.
Yeah, we heard that in the JV game, the JV girls game. It was so quiet in here, you could hear every explanation from the officials. It was quite helpful.
Well, you had some great conversations, one-on-one conversations between parents and officials. I mean, it's pretty. You know, this COVID era has allowed for people that are a little bit can be verbose at a basketball game, like myself. It's not the best of places because we get singled out.
I know I've said it numerous times, more times off air than on, but man, I miss the courtside cats.
Yes.
More than anything, I miss those courtside cats. Can't wait until we can live in a non-COVID world and have the courtside cats back here in Buzz Bowling Arena.
Missing the cats, the courtside cats. That's a foul. Well, it was.
Feed down to Duncan, and nice finish with the left hand. Extra commentary provided by Tim Roach.
Yeah, this is the watching it at home basketball, Tim, that I've got to get out of. This defense that we're playing, you know, we've really looked good. We've caused problems for everybody we've played, maybe except Central, and they just had us outmanned.
Boogie Carr trying to draw the charge. They'll say he wasn't fully set.
What do you bet? I don't agree. But here's the thing, though. I mean, that's the right play by Boogie. I mean, sometimes you're going to get that call, sometimes you're not. But he was in a good spot there, just probably moving a little bit.
Cabot will inbound. Open look from Muse, and he can't get it to fall. And they're going to call Larson. Six-team foul against Cabot, so 6:10 to play. Conway be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Boogie Carr trying to feed it down to Duncan. It will stay with Conway.
Could have gone either way there. Good move by Coach Longy here, getting Jaden and Traylon back in the ball game. A little bit more offense there. A really good job, though, by Big O and Duncan getting some time in there and giving them a good rest.
Yeah, good minutes by those big guys. Inbound to McClure. Feed it down to Jaden Williams. Jaden can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Boogie Carr thought about it. They're going to say he traveled, making a move to the basket.
I'm not sure if Christopher Leaks plays football or not, but he's missing a good opportunity if he doesn't. He's a well-built young man there. Great job.
Troy Wiseman. Conway just can't get one to fall.
Yeah,
Cabot's got numbers the other way. Conway able to get back on defense. It could have been ugly. A little trick shot from
I'm not even sure who made that.
I think it was Hill.
They gave it to Leaks.
Did they give it to Leaks?
Yeah.
Big Jaden Williams getting on the floor for a jump ball.
Possession goes to Conway.
Tie ball game here in the second quarter. Braden Roberts checks back in. He hit 2 quick threes for Cabot back in the first quarter. Inbound to McClure, feed it back down to Jaden Williams. Little left jump hook, can't get it to fall.
Opposite hand, that looked good though. Like the idea.
Roberts on the other end. McClure gonna get called for the goaltending.
Why is everybody so excited on the Cabot side? Of course they were gonna call that.
2018 Panthers on top of your Wampus Cats.
We've had the ball in the lead a couple of times and cannot extend.
Jaden bounce pass to Traylon McClure. Traylon gets it to drop over the rim.
So that's been the spot in this offense that's worked pretty consistently now. Cabot is playing just out far enough to deny a good three. We're not necessarily the best three-point shooting team anyway. So what's been working has been the floating move by Traylon McClure inside, and right now he's the only one really getting it done.
Three-pointer won't fall for Cabot. Traylon McClure with the rebound. Conway a chance here to regain the lead. Traylon's going to feed it down to Jaden. Back to Traylon.
There you go.
Wiseman for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebound to Leaks.
He can make that shot. He had good rhythm there. That's an okay shot.
Jaden getting a little hand in there. That Jaden feels a little better guarding Leaks.
Yeah, that's a little bit more his spot. Leaks doesn't look like he's going to even think about a three. Allow Jaden to kind of pack it down a little bit.
Traylon McClure is going to get called for the reach in. That is his first. Lockhart and Scroggin checking in for Conway. It's been a little bit since we've seen Scroggin on the floor.
Yep. Really active on the defensive side, good rebounder. Can shoot the three when it's needed.
.304 to go here in the first half. Garrett Hill making a move and getting nothing.
Jaden stood his ground. There was no getting past Jaden Williams. What a great move, too. A little bit like Savannah Scott there. Just stood the ground, arms straight up. There's really no place to go
there. Jaden playing some defense out on the perimeter. Conway, another shot here to take the lead. Scroggin's going to drive on the right side. He'll have to pull it back.
There we go. Float it.
Shot won't go for McClure. He's had a good
spot,
first
though.
half.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him, though. I like that shot.
Cabot trying to get their offense going. They'll reset here. 16 on the shot clock. Feed down to Hill. Jaden Williams just takes it away.
I'll have that.
Scroggin on the other end.
Right.
He's able to switch over to his right hand and finish.
Great job by Scroggins there. Really good job by Jaden Williams, by the way, on defense. He's getting down the floor for loose balls. He's making things happen in the lane.
Under 2 to go. Your Wampus Cats up by 2.
There you go.
Wiseman trying to jump that one. And he'll end up with the rebound.
2-point lead in the ball. It's not been very often we've had that. We've not capitalized. I don't know we've had a 4-point lead yet.
It was very much tit for tat in the first quarter. Feed it down to Jaden Williams, out to Scroggin for 3. Nice.
Really good form on that 3. Has come in and played some really nice defense, made some good plays to the basket, and now knocks down a 3.
Under a minute, a 5-point lead for Conway.
Good switch.
Roberts gets stuck under the rim. Cabot will stay with the ball here, and nice play by Larson, floats one up, and he's going to go to the line for the free throw attempt.
Scrappy basket. I mean, we looked like we had the 5-point lead and going to get the ball back when we made a great play defensively to get them trapped into the baseline. They get a loose ball, make the basket, get a free throw attempt. It's going to be that kind of game.
Larson with 5 points for Cabot. He makes that 6, cuts the lead down to 2. About a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the play clock. See if Conway tries to, no, they're gonna, another 3-point attempt from Scroggin. Rebound McClure, they're gonna say Traylon McClure push from behind.
Yeah, that was a good call. He did, he got a little bit of a bow on his back. That's 2, probably need to get him out. Yeah.
Rome Fields will check in for McClure.
Rome, really good athlete, basketball, football player. Can play both sides of the ball in football. Has really been an impact. When he's in the ball game, he makes things happen.
Cabot will look to tie or take the lead here to end the first half.
Block.
Rejection from Williams. Cabot maintains the ball. 5 seconds. Hill, 3-point attempt, won't fall. Harris with the rebound. Your Wampus Cats will take a 2-point lead into the locker room here at halftime. A very fun, energetic first half between your Wampus Cats and Cabot.
Just what I wanted to have, a tight game with Cabot.
Okay, another break time here between, or well, not between games, here at half.
Yes.
And we'll take about a 6 or 7 minute break here as well. Come back, recap the first half, and then get ready for the final 2 quarters between Conway and Cabot. This is Wampus Cat basketball here on Conway Court.
Congratulations are in order for our marketing and communications department for being recognized nationally recently. They were recognized by the American Public Power Association during their virtual Customer Connections Conference. Conway Corp became the first utility to earn the top honor, an award of excellence in all 3 judged categories. In the print and digital category, we were honored for our 2019 annual report, Always On. The 2019 Conway Corp annual report told our story of taking care of the people who matter most, our friends and neighbors. In the video category, the honor was for work with area education. We're proud to power education in our city, from lights in the classroom to lights on the football field. And recently we partnered with the University of Central Arkansas to unveil our Lineman versus Lineman Challenge. And finally, Conway Corp was honored in the web and social media category for our ongoing social media video series called Plugged In, which happens to be what you're watching right now. We're proud of the team that tells the story of Conway Corp, and it's a great story to tell. Conway Corp, always on. We hear far too often at Conway Corp about scammers who try to use our company's name to get your personal information. It's a practice called phishing, and there is another new email that's going around right now. We want you to be aware of it in case you see it in your inbox. In this case, someone claiming to be from Conway Corp is saying that someone on our security team received a request to delete an account. Well, that's simply not true. We would never contact you this way, and anytime you see communication from Conway Corp and you have reason to believe it's not true, please do us a favor. Call 450-6000. We can put your mind at ease about it, and we can let your neighbors know. Once we're aware, we'll put it on social media, and Conway residents can be aware of it, just like we're doing now to let everyone know. Conway Corp, always on. Each year at Conway Corp, we hand out our employee awards that are presented based on peer nominations for work performance that shows dedication to our mission statement. Now, we present 3 awards annually. The longest running award has been given out every year since 2003, and it's the Safety Leadership Award. It's an award that recognizes an employee who inspires, improves, and maintains best practices in safety. And the 2020 winner is Cody Miller. He's a plant operator at the wastewater treatment plant. In the nomination for Cody, a coworker wrote, "Cody makes safety a priority and always takes time to contact the Conway Fire Department and the Conway Corp safety team when an employee is making a confined space entry at the wastewater treatment plant." Our Customer Service Award has been presented since 2008, and it recognizes employees who are dedicated to continuously improving customer satisfaction and constantly striving to exceed customer expectations. The winner this year is Business Class Services Specialist Justin Moore. Now, his nomination included when COVID-19 first hit, Justin stepped up. He went on call for more than 6 weeks without a break to make sure our business customers received the same care during COVID as they did pre-COVID. Our newest award is the Tower of Excellence Award. This year's recipient is our 3rd winner of the Tower of Excellence Award. The recipients consistently display characteristics that are valued by coworkers and are dedicated to fulfilling Conway Corp's mission, and this year's winner is Brian Eggert, Technical Lead Database Administrator. In his nomination, a coworker said, "Although it takes a team to develop the day-to-day tasks important to Conway Corp, one employee has to get it started, and Brian is that person. He works with all departments, outside developers, and is dedicated to fulfilling our mission." Congratulations to Cody, Justin, and Brian. We're proud of you, and thank you for your dedication to Conway Corp and the community.
Live tonight here at home in Conway, friendly confines of Buzz Bowling Arena.
Every arena right now is friendly. Every one of them, because there's just nobody able to be here.
Well, listen, you know this about me. I like it when I'm not in close physical contact with a lot of people. So it's been a great year of basketball for me. I'll say that.
Your only problem has been the courtside cats.
I do miss the courtside cats, but they're over there. They're like way over there. You know, they're not in my bubble. Levi's bubble has been established, and it is never being broken again. Thank you, COVID.
Wow.
Conway up by 2 here at the half over Cabot. And it was a fun first quarter, but it was also very frustrating, to say the least, for your Wampus Cats, who been running their offense well, been playing pretty good defense, but this Cabot team, 2-8, they don't look like a 2-8 team in conference.
Well, I think it's a bit of a matchup problem for the Wampus Cats. Here's the thing. We don't shoot the ball great from the outside, and that's not even a knock. That's just the truth. We just don't shoot the ball great from outside the 3. So our offense is generated and is driven by, can we get inside to the post? And if we do, kick out for a 3, great. As long as you get an open 3, then that's okay. But when they are stuffing it inside, they're out just far enough to make it uncomfortable on the 3. So you're not going to shoot that. But they sag in enough to cause problems on the entry into the lane, either through a pass or penetration. So it's just a hard matchup for us.
It's not a hard matchup for Traylon McClure, who looked really good in the first half. 6 points in the first quarter, and then it was slow going in the second. He added 2, but he leads the way with 8.
Yeah, and that's that floating inside spot. And again, he's undersized for the role that he plays. It's just kind of what we have as a team. We're not a real tall team. You don't have like a Kylan Milton or a Caleb London or even a Terry Clardy at 6'3", who could go in and do those things. So you're a little bit undersized, but he is really good around the basket with the ball.
Cabot just shooting 38% from behind the arc in the first half. You got to feel like, especially the way they started, that's where they want to do some of their damage, and Conway's been able to keep it a little bit under control.
Yeah, the first couple of 3s were wide open, and then we kind of figured out, okay, get on Roberts. And
get on that guy.
Well, and actually changed, put Paul Harris on him. And, so you stopped the wanderingness of Jaden into the middle and wanting to play in the middle defensively.
Cabot gets the first possession here in the third quarter. Muse on the floor with 2 fouls for Cabot. Traylon McClure and Lockhart both with 2 fouls for Conway. Roberts does it again. Wow.
With Jaden out there on him, I mean, may have to make another change there.
Cabot regains the lead on the 3 in the first possession of the second half. Traylon McClure doing Traylon McClure things, but not able to get that one to drop.
I was going to say if that fell, it was like it started the game all over again on both sides of the ball.
Did we just replay the first half?
Still have Jaden out here on Roberts. He's going to have to edge out there into the no man's land a little bit and get away from the basket.
Larson for 3. Jaden with the big rebound. Coach Bailey wanting to get a travel called there.
Rightly so. A little bit of movement with the feet. See, I can call it like I see it.
Feed to Jaden. Nice floater.
Baby hook. Caught the ball on one side, shifted to the other way, went right side, really looked good.
We say this all the time, but you can really understand when you watch him play basketball, you really understand how he was able to be a receiver and then play left tackle in football and just transition so seamlessly.
Oh, absolutely. Tough-minded, can mix it up with anybody. And then when he's in space, he's got great footwork and great hands. And, here's the thing. He's an instinctive athlete. Any game you could pick, I guarantee you he could play. He's just one of those guys that can just see a ball and play.
He's going to travel to Ole Miss this fall. Play football there for the Rebels.
He will be the only Rebel I will ever pull for.
Oh, yeah.
But I will pull for him. He's a great young man, ambassador for the program.
His bucket on the other end puts him at 9, so he's closing in on double figures. Lockhart making a strong move over on the right side. That one won't go.
It's a contact foul that just didn't get called. It really deserved to be called.
Bennett for 3. Another rebound for Jaden. Traylon McClure on the baseline making a circus move and almost gets it to go. Jaden is, you can see him slowing down a little bit. He's had to move a lot more on defense than he's used to.
Great
he
play,
makes a great little play behind Roberts there. Both of these teams starting to get a little gassed here as it's been a back and forth.
No fouls, and there was one there. Salty's getting a little frustrated as well. Don't blame him. We're not getting any calls for contact driving into the lane. Now, some of that's we're not necessarily in the greatest position to get the call.
Hughes feeds it to Larson for the bucket. Cabot back within 1. Harris going to make a move.
Oh, my gosh.
He gets mauled by 3 Panthers, and no call there. Roberts on the other end. Big time 3. Cabot back on top, 31-29. And they'll call the timeout. We will take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Court.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Well, we've got what's shaping up to be one of those Conway Cabot rivalry games.
Yeah. 2-point game, and it seems like it's never. I mean, I think the largest lead the Wampus Cats have had was 5.
It was, yes.
Yeah, and I don't think they've had much more than 4-point lead on their side. So it's just been tight.
Very much a back and forth affair from the opening tip. Lockhart making a nice move on the left side.
Great job there by DJ.
Tying it up. Cabot moving the ball very well all game. Jaden Williams tossing that one out.
He said no.
Harris drawing not quite as much contact as he did on that other play, but he gets the foul here.
Key is going to the floor. If there's no blood, no foul. I mean, it's a little bit playgroundish. That's the first foul of the first half for your team.
Yeah.
So I mean, the players are gassed. I mean, there's no stoppage of play really, and but there's been a lot of contact, just no calls on either side. On either side, really.
Harris gets the first one. Yeah, you can see it in the body language on both sides. A lot of hands on the hips. There just hasn't been much stoppage.
You go 4 minutes without any kind of break, it'll wear on you.
Second free throw is good. Harris puts Conway back up by 2.
Right where we started at the start of the second half.
Hill can't get the 3 to drop. Rebound to Lockhart.
Good rebound there by DJ.
Jaden working on leaks. Feed it down to Duncan. Duncan makes a strong move to his left and gets it to drop. Conway up by 4.
One of the very telling things that I heard from Coach Longing early in the year was we're going to run a lot of offense through Jaden, not necessarily the points, but from perimeter passing game. He's got really good vision.
3-point attempt drained by Sam Owen. Cabot cuts the lead to 1.
This game's not going to get away from anybody, I don't think.
Yeah, neither team has been able to go on a run. It's just call and response. 3-point attempt from Harris is no good. Williams with a big rebound. Goes up and under on the right side.
Great job on the blocks by my man Jaden. Creating space, getting a good spot on the rim.
Owen feeds it to Hill. Hill makes a move under the basket. And he's able to go underneath and finish on the other side.
Just when you do a good job, really a better job of protecting against the 3, they get the penetration, which I guess is part of the process.
It's one of the first forced passes here in the second half. Conway turns it over.
Ooh, close to a walk there.
Ezel driving in. Won't go. Leaks can't control it. It'll be out of bounds on Cabot.
One of the few times that a loose ball, kind of a chaos play, goes the way of the Wampus Cats. We're not getting a lot of those tonight, so good time to get one with a 1-point lead.
1:22 to go here in quarter number 3. Conway nursing a 1-point lead with the ball. Traylon McClure will head to the scorer's table. It's an uncommon forced pass there from Jaden. We're not used to seeing that.
Yeah, he's trying to make it happen and take him out of the ball game, maybe get a little bit of a break. He is gassed for sure. Comes up with both thumbs up, though. He's a gamer.
He's like, guys, I'm good. He could hear us talking about him,
yeah,
I think.
No, he's good. The way he's sitting in his chair, though, you can see him at the bottom of the screen.
He's tired.
He's tired.
Conway turns it over again.
That's 3 bad possessions in a row.
Wampus Cats just looking to get out of this quarter. Hold on to this lead. Nice move by Ezel. Over to Tunnison. And it gets the shooter's bounce.
Wow. Hit every part of the rim.
Cabot back up on top by 2. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. About a second difference between the shot clock and play clock.
That was a big 3 for all the roll that it got out of the corner.
10 seconds, Boogie Carr will start to make a move. Kicks it out to Traylon McClure. Traylon for 3, no good. Had a errant.
It doesn't matter. You can't go with a horn. It doesn't matter. No.
I guess it was the shot clock horn, maybe. I don't know what it was.
But normally you don't replay with time on the clock. That's weird.
They'll put 1 second back on the clock, so Cabot get one last shot off. It hits the front of the rim. That is almost really dangerous for your Wampus Cats. Conway trailing 39-37 at the end of 3. 60-second break, and we're back on Conway court.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now, in this most unique of times, with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp., and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Fourth quarter already underway as we come back from the break. Conway with the ball, open look for Troy Wiseman, and he drains it. Big shot from Troy.
Yeah, and he felt good. You could tell the confidence on that one was nice. Good stroke by Troy.
Conway's had some struggles here at the end of the third quarter, a couple bad possessions. Troy Wiseman stepping up and hitting a big shot. Give this Conway team a little more confidence here in this fourth quarter. Hill making a move on the right side, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Harris.
It looked to me like he got good position, but just didn't go our way there. But really a good spot to open up the fourth quarter with Troy's three-point shot, getting us back into the lead, getting a good number up.
Hill hits the first one to tie it up. Here's the other thing. Foul's not really a factor here at all so far in the second half. Just one team foul for each.
Yeah, and again, that's the reason why both teams were gassed in the third quarter. Just no stoppage of play, really.
So Cabot takes the lead with the second free throw. 7 minutes to play here in the game. Troy got in a little bit of trouble on the baseline. It was because he was fouled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the complaint is there. It was pretty much contact that drove him to the ground, but see if we can't make something good happen here.
Boogie inbounds to Traylon McClure, and Traylon just making a mistake on the pass there. Stolen away, but they will not pay for it on the other end.
Good break there for the Wampus Cats.
They've been doing that play on the inbounds all game, feeding it to Traylon. Traylon immediately getting it down to Jaden, but was not there that time. Jaden feeds it to Traylon, and he goes to the ground pretty hard.
Yeah, it was a weird fall, too. It looked like an ankle, but glad to see. No shooting foul. Okay.
May or may not have heard a Cabot fan say, he fell over. Gotta love the quiet gym.
Oh, yeah. You get to get to know the Cabot fans. There we go. Good. Yeah.
Jaden getting just manhandled down there, which is hard to do.
Yeah. Well, he's trying. Gazelle was trying to get position, and it's really hard to do. There's just a lot of contact there. They've been letting it go all night, though.
So I mentioned fouls weren't an issue, and here we are quickly. Now 4 fouls for Cabot, and that was almost not a good thing for your Wampus Cats. They have trouble inbounding it. They're going to say it goes out on Cabot.
Yeah, that could have gone either way there. I have no idea who touched it last.
Conway getting another break here. Trying to feed it down to Jaden. Jaden just can't get it to go. It was a good look, good pass.
Yeah, he's frustrated. Let's don't make sure he doesn't get a foul, cheap foul down here now.
Three-point attempt from Tunnison, and it falls. 4-point lead for Cabot. Conway turns it over.
Oh, he was on the line. I know Salty's pointing at it. He was standing on the line.
Tunnison made this save down here right in front of the Conway bench. Clearly out of bounds, and
wow,
officials not able to see it. They get the save, they feed it down, and then Roberts draws a foul on the other end.
Wow.
Coach Longing still shaking his head on the bench.
I don't blame him. So that's it's a big swing there at this point in the ball game. Wampus Cats are going to have to do something they're not comfortable with, and that's make some shots. They're going to have to make some perimeter shots.
6-point deficit for your Wampus Cats, biggest deficit they've faced all night. Just being a little careless with the ball. Harris gets a shot up.
Nice.
He cuts it to 4.
Good move into the lane there by Paul, really creating something out of nothing there. We were scrambling a bit on offense.
Ezel driving down in the lane. He'll get the lead back out to 6.
Not going to be able to go shot for shot with him now. We need to get a string together a couple of possessions.
Lockhart gets it back to 4. Timeout, Coach Longy. We will just hold it here. 4-point lead for Cabot. Wampus Cats have woken up a little bit here on the offensive end.
Well, you've seen a couple of moves by Paul and by DJ to penetrate into the lane because, again, we're not comfortable shooting the ball from the perimeter. You're not going to get a lot of threes. Here's the only thing that they might do. Cabot may begin to pack it in now that we've driven into the lane. They know we're going to probably try to find Jaden Williams for a sure bucket. That's going to have to happen. So that's going to open up the 3. We just got to find somebody to knock it down.
Well, Troy Wiseman had one, a big one, here in the second half. I think it was right at the start of the fourth quarter. Yeah, Conway's going to have to find some ways to catch back up in the points department. But on the other end, got to get some stops.
Yeah, they've nailed down some really tough threes and some open threes as well. We've not defended the 3 tonight like we normally do. But the problem there is as soon as we step out, they're doing a great job of getting in and creating the shot at the basket. So kind of pick your poison there.
Looks like we will come out and press here. That's gonna, oh man. Lockhart just gets leveled, trying to steal the ball, and Cabot's gonna get an easy bucket. Coach Longing asking for an explanation, not getting one. Lockhart for 3, and he drains it. Conway trying to press. Cabot breaks it quickly. Trying to get back. Traylon McClure with the steal.
Yeah.
Can't control it. 3-point attempt. Won't fall for Cabot. Big rebound by Jaden. He's going to force it down to Lockhart on the other end. Conway's going to slow it down, trailing by 3.
Well, Traylon made a great play in there defensively, keeping the loose ball happening. Something good finally came of it.
Feed it down to Jaden, makes a great spin move. Lead down to 1 for Cabot. .323 to play. See if this Conway defense can step up.
Cabot's really confident in their 3 right now as well, so you may see some of those shots going up.
Jaden gets a big block, and then pass is stolen by Roberts. Quick bucket for Cabot.
Big play there.
Harris trying to get some penetration. Have to reset here. He's going to do it again. Nice move from Harris. Can't get that one to fall.
I mean, just no contact. There's contact every time we're getting into the lane. There's just been no call.
Ezel going to force the issue on the other end. And he draws the foul. 2:36 to play. Conway trails by 3. And Ezel will go to the free throw line.
Cabot's done a good job of driving it to the rim when they needed to, creating the contact, getting the call, and then making the free throws as they do.
That was a third foul against Traylon McClure. Second free throw will fall for Ezel. 5-point lead for Cabot.
Big possession here for the Wampus Cats. Really need to get a good shot here.
Troy Wiseman for 3. Off the front of the rim, he'll get the rebound. Kicks it out to Lockhart for 3. Big rebound from Jaden Williams, and he'll put it back for 2.
Really a man down there. Just really held his ground. Went up high for the rebound. Made a good soft shot off the glass.
Good movement here from Cabot. Hill making a move. And they'll get the charge. Paul Harris getting set down there.
Great job. Smart, heady play by Paul Harris. You can expect that out of him. He's a basketball player. He knows what he's doing on the court. Great job of getting in front. He's getting his feet set.
1:50 to go. Conway trailing by 3. Lockhart going to draw contact from Ezel. Or no, it's Sam Owen.
On the floor, no shooting foul, but now we're in the bonus from here on out.
Inbound to McClure. McClure making a move. Little fallback jumper. And it'll stay with Conway.
Really good shot there by Traylon. I mean, that's a shot he's made all night long. And
his shoe has come off.
Yeah.
Conway is going to call a timeout. Try and get Traylon's shoe back on. We'll take it with him. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Ferris Agency in Conway if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
1:36 left to go here tonight. Conway trailing by 3, and they will inbound the ball.
You know, the shot clock in high school ball now comes into play, right? This is the case where if you're a Wampus Cat fan, you're glad they have it.
Yeah, the opposing team cannot just run the clock out.
I mean, there's all kinds of contact there.
Traylon McClure, it's stripped away. Cabot ball going on the other end. Ezel's going to get fouled by Wiseman.
I mean, and that was a foul, but they're just not getting any calls on the offensive end for us.
Fourth team foul against the Wampus Cats.
Got to hold them to a bad shot here. We're still within 3. Need the possession.
Jaden trying to sneak around from behind, and he'll get called for the foul.
That's okay. That's a good foul. Now you're closer to if we have to foul to get them to the free throw line. We're getting closer there. One more foul, and we're in the bonus. Or Cabot's in the bonus. We're already in the bonus.
1:06 on the clock. Under a minute to play. They're going to get Traylon. That's going to be his 4th.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about that is, and that's okay on the foul. Because it puts us now into a position where now he's going to make a defensive change for Traylon to get him out. Put Boogie in, get speed in. You lose some height, but you get speed, and you protect Traylon.
Roberts will inbound. Conway trying to get the trap, won't go. Boogie Carr on Roberts. Roberts makes the move on the baseline and gets it to fall. 5-point lead for Cabot. Conway gonna have to get a bucket quickly here. Lockhart drives. Jaden Williams gonna clean that up. Cuts the lead down to 3, 37.5 seconds on the clock. Conway trailing by 3.
37 seconds, down 3. Now we're into the position, though, where we've had a couple of fouls late in that defensive position we were in to put us into position to foul and put them on the line. Unfortunately, they've made a lot of free throws tonight, and so we're going to have to, get a break there. But with the amount of time left, there's not enough. I mean, three-point game. You've got, 1 second difference? 2 second difference in the shot clock.
Yeah.
Boy, that's tough. You've got to be able to, you know that they're going to work the ball, make you foul, and try to make it another possession. But at the same time, if you let them work it down to 3 or 4 seconds, then you're in desperation mode. So Cabot holds all the cards right here.
Both teams with 6 fouls, so either way, foul will send the opposing team to the free throw line. Conway's going to try and force a turnover here.
Got to make sure you don't let anybody go deep.
Lockhart almost getting a hand on that. Harris coming in strong there. They're going to get him.
Yeah. We were about an 8-second count on the 10-second call, so it's pretty close. But you gotta make that happen. So good foul. You almost got the turnover. Just got to make sure that you make good offensive possessions from here.
Ezel hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He hits the second, extends the lead to 5. Leaks will check in for Cabot.
You don't have to have 3 here, but a 3 would be great. Just need to score quickly.
Right there, running DJ, a lot of time out. Lockhart will finally shoot it. It won't drop. Williams trying to tip it back in. And he'll get fouled on the shot attempt.
Really used too much clock there. DJ had a good, clean look, and we lost about 5 seconds there. I know they wanted to get a quick 2.
Jaden can't get the 1-and-1 to go, but it's going to be, well, it's not a 1-and-1. It was a shooting foul, so he'll shoot 2. Leaks will check it back out. Jaden is short on the second one, so Conway trailing by 5. They're going to have to foul quickly here. And Harris will do it with 12 seconds left. That'll send Roberts to the free throw line.
Yeah, now we're counting on them to miss some free throws, and again, they haven't really done that. They've made all the clutch free throws tonight. Putting them on the line is what you have to do, but it's a losing proposition at this point.
He does miss the first one. Lockhart going quickly down the other end, gets a shot up. Now call the foul on Ezel.
DJ did a good job of just quickly trying to get the ball into the basket. At least got the contact, stop the clock.
He hits the first one. Chance here to cut the lead to 3. They'll have to foul quickly again.
Yeah. But at least they've shown some kink in the armor by missing the last free throw. That hasn't been very often tonight.
Lockhart hits the second. They'll try and force a turnover here on the inbound, and they're going to get a foul called off the ball against Sam Owen. That will turn the ball back over to Conway. With 7.2 seconds, Conway will have a shot to tie this thing up. Coach Longing going to take a timeout and draw one up here.
Yeah, well, so that's the one thing that you have to, as from a Cabot perspective, that you had to be careful that you didn't do. You knew we were going to play tight on the defensive play coming out of the out-of-bounds play. What you can't do is create space, and that's what he did there. He used both arms to try to get a good spot for the pass, and got caught. And so now you've turned the ball back over to Conway. Got a chance to get a three-point play, tie this sucker up.
Conway is just 3 of 11 tonight from behind the three-point line. Got one from Lockhart, from Scroggin, and from Troy Wiseman. If you're drawing a play up here, what are you thinking, Tim?
Well, what you have to do is, you know that going inside to Jaden is not an option. You're not going to be doing that. The only way you do that is to kick it back out of that spot. You're looking for DJ or Troy or Paul here. Those are 3 players. My money is that they're going to have it on DJ, and so you're going to see Paul or Troy out of bounds.
They get it to Lockhart. DJ's got to get a shot up. Off the rim. No good, and Conway is going to fall just short tonight here at home against Cabot. So unfortunate loss for your Wampus Cats. It's going to complicate things in terms of trying to climb up out of this 5th spot. You're still pretty good, feel good about where you are in that 5th seed right now, as you're 2 games up on Catholic. I don't know what their game has looked like tonight. We don't have a final there, but not how you wanted things to go at home against a 2-8 Cabot team tonight.
And this is probably the best 2-8 team conference-wise in the state. But the thing about it is you are going to be able to make your own way here a little bit and give yourself at least a cushion to maintain the spot that you're in. You don't want to get to that 6th spot. You'd like to stay in the 5, maybe get to the 4. This loss hurts, but the Wampus Cats that we know and love will bounce back, and they've got a tough one on the road Friday night against Northside. That'll be a tough one.
Conway led tonight by Jaden Williams, 17 points and 12 rebounds, a double-double, another double-double for Jaden.
Good game by Jaden.
And 12 points for Lockhart. Traylon McClure had 8, and Paul Harris with 6. Not the way you wanted it to go as a Wampus Cat fan tonight, but like you said, huge game on the road this Friday for not only your Wampus Cats, but the Lady Cats as well, as they travel to Fort Smith Northside.
If you can go to Northside, and if they allow you in the gym, I would go. I mean, it's going to be a great environment for us to kind of come in and steal one on both sides.
Our next broadcast will be next Tuesday. We'll actually have the Tuesday and Friday game next week, both home games closing out the regular season conference play, although we're not sure about that Mount St. Mary game yet. We'll let you know.
It would be here though, right?
It would be a home game, yeah. So we would definitely have that as well. Just not sure when that's going to be. But on behalf of Justin, Scott, Stats Taylor, Javon, John, Maggie, and Wayne, he's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. We'll see you next Tuesday.